on April 12th, we discussed about a building project manager, and we decided to go with Consequy out of Milford, Massachusetts. They were the ones that were about the best qualified. We had Suffolk, we had Gilbane, we had Gimeo, and they seemed to be the best in that business. And they did the Attleboro High School, and a couple people reached out to them, and they were happy with the results they got in Attleboro, so we felt that. The construction manager acts as a consultant to the board during the design phase and as a general contractor during the construction phase. What happens is, I think they're getting only $25,000 to do us a design cost estimate, so everybody knows what it is. And for the layman, that would be a penny versus $10,000 if the cost of the school was $250 million. They also, he's responsible for delivering a project within the guaranteed minimum price. In other words, when that happens, it's agreed on before the construction phase begins. So this method is used to mitigate the risk for owners by providing a single point of responsibility for the project and reducing the potential for cost overruns or delays. Like Diamond, they overran by $50 million, the other school. The MSBA has to approve a lot of this. And the reason for going for a new school is if you go to the new school, you'll be able to get funding from the state under the MSBA. If you take it the way it is now and leave the school the way it is and just try to do the rehabs, at $168 million, they anticipate the cost would be. We have to pay that no matter what.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
Oh, okay, yeah. And so we would have to pay that right out without getting any state reimbursements and stuff like that. So it almost makes sense to try to go with the new school. There's going to be a vote, and that vote's going to be back in October, and the superintendent's meeting with all the town clerks on Wednesday. Yeah, this Wednesday. It's going to be a tight schedule because they still have to do a few more things. The schematic design, which they call SD phase, there's a few more things to do, and one of the big things on this is the school safety. And they've done the stuff like the electrical and stuff like that. But the school safety is big, and that's maybe one of the driving forces why they want the new school, is because technically now you can go into any door there because you have the Jerry's Place for the food, you have the daycare center, you have the automotive shop. So it's not really the best way, and the way they got it designed is to have separate doors for, like, the daycare people, separate doors for Jerry's Place, separate doors for the automotive, and kind of protecting the children there. Everybody has to realize that, yes, this is a big pill to swallow, okay? But at the same time, it is for public education, and we're going to try to trim out as much as we can because the state said, oh, you only need 500 kids, a library only for 500 kids, but meanwhile you got 1,000 kids in the school. Well, the state said, well, no, because half of them are in the vocational program at that time and half of them are at school. But what happens is we've gone back to the appellate board that they have a couple times now trying to tell them that's 1,000, so our reimbursement would be bigger. And any kind of reimbursements we can get there could be helpful for all towns. So that's where we stand at this point.